What would you do if the person you trusted the most disappeared overnight? Along with everything you owned. Was she a thief? Or was she simply taking back what had always belonged to her? Stay until the end because this shocking African tale proves that greed can destroy a lifetime in a single night. In the peaceful village of Kijani lived a hard-working young man named Kato. Kato was once poor. He owned nothing except an old bicycle and a dream of becoming the richest trader in the district. Beside him through every hardship was his wife, Amina. Amina wasn't educated, she couldn't read or write. But she had something more valuable. Loyalty. When Kato had no money, Amina woke before sunrise every day. She worked in other people's farms. She sold vegetables by the roadside. Sometimes she skipped meals so Kato could eat enough to continue working. Whenever Kato felt like giving up, Amina encouraged him. One day, she would say, "God will reward honest work." Years passed. Slowly, Kato's tiny stall became a successful wholesale shop. Customers traveled from neighboring villages just to buy from him. Money began flowing. Their simple mud house became a beautiful brick home. People admired Kato's success. But success changed him. He stopped introducing Amina as his wife. Instead, he called her that village woman. He became embarrassed by her traditional clothes. He laughed at the way she spoke. Soon he hired young workers from the city. They wore expensive clothes. They spoke fluent English. Kato admired them. Especially one woman named Sandra. Sandra was beautiful. She knew exactly how to flatter Kato. She praised his intelligence. She complimented his expensive suits. She convinced him he deserved a better wife. "You've become a successful businessman," Sandra whispered one afternoon. "Why are you still living with someone who can't even read invoices?" Those words poisoned Kato's heart. When he returned home that evening, everything Amina did annoyed him. The food wasn't good enough. The house wasn't clean enough. Her voice irritated him. His children watched silently as their father became colder every day. One evening he made his decision. "Amina," he said. "From today, you will no longer stay in this house." She stared at him. "What have I done? You embarrass me." Those words cut deeper than any knife. The village elders heard about the conflict. According to tradition, a husband couldn't send away his wife without a proper family meeting. Reluctantly, Kato agreed. But secretly he had another plan. He invited Amina to spend one final night helping him organize goods inside his large shop. She agreed. Perhaps she believed they might reconcile. As evening fell, they worked together in silence. Boxes were ranged. Money was counted. The shelves were cleaned. When everything was finished, Kato walked outside. Suddenly, clang, he slammed the heavy metal door shut. He locked it from the outside. "You can sleep there tonight," he shouted. "Tomorrow you'll leave my life forever." Amina didn't scream. She didn't beg. She simply sat quietly inside the dark shop. Outside, Kato smiled proudly. He believed he had won. Inside the shop, Amina looked around. Every sack of grain. Every bottle of cooking oil. Every carton of sugar. Every shelf. Represented years of sacrifice. She remembered carrying goods on her head while pregnant. She remembered borrowing money from relatives to help Kato buy his first stock. She remembered selling her wedding jewelry so the business could survive. Everything inside that building existed because she had believed in her husband. She wiped away her tears. Then she began working. All night long. At sunrise Kato arrived proudly with Sandra. He wanted to humiliate Amina one final time. He unlocked the shop. The metal door creaked open. His smile disappeared instantly. The shelves. Empty. The cash drawer. Gone. The storage room. Completely cleared. Not even a broom remained. Only one folded letter rested on the counter. His hands trembled as he opened it. It read, "Everything in this shop was built by the hands you now despise. You locked me in thinking I own nothing. You forgot that before this business became yours. It was ours. I have taken only what belongs to me. May you never forget the woman who built your dream." Kato collapsed onto the floor. Sandra slowly stepped backward. Then she quietly walked away. Without the money. Without the business. Without status. She no longer needed him. The village elders investigated. Records showed that Amina had invested years of earnings into the business. Several villagers testified that she financed the first shop. Others confirmed she had worked beside Cato every day. The elders ruled that much of the property legally and morally belonged to both of them. Amina hadn't stolen anything. She had reclaimed her rightful share. Cato lost nearly everything. His reputation disappeared. Customers stopped trusting him. His workers resigned. Even Sandra never returned. Months later, Cato found Amina living peacefully in another village. She had opened a small grocery store. People respected her honesty. Business flourished. Cato stood silently outside her shop. He wanted forgiveness. Before he could speak, Amina smiled gently. "I forgave you long ago," she said, "but forgiveness doesn't always restore what pride destroys." Those words echoed in his heart forever. He walked away carrying nothing except regret. Many people remember those who celebrate their success. Very few remember those who suffered beside them before success arrived. Never allow wealth to erase gratitude. Because sometimes the person you look down on today is the very foundation beneath everything you have. What do you think? Did Amina do the right thing by taking what she believed was hers, or should she have handled the situation differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this powerful African tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unforgettable stories from African Tales Arising. Until next time, remember, respect the people who help you build your dreams. Because without them, there may be no dream left to protect.